Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and today is December 14th of 2021. It's 51 degrees Fahrenheit or 11 degrees Celsius, and that's at 9 o'clock in the evening, so it's a funny weather. Today we're going to check our Serissa. Is it dead or is it alive? Plus, I want to say thank you to Scott Wynard from Let's Do Bonsai for the gift he's given me. I'll show you that at the end of the video. But first I want to show you my Serissas. Now, they look kind of pukey, but it survived 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. But I brought them in the next morning so it wouldn't get any worse. So what I'm going to do is take the rocks off and take my brush and then just brush off just the dead leaves and stuff. And then what I'm going to do, let me go on this side so you can see it better. And move my table over. I'm going to take my chopstick and where the rock was, I'm going to just go in a little bit, make a couple of holes just around the root area. Now they're a little bit dry, but I don't want them. They're in the. This one was in the east window. The other one I'll show you is in the west window, but that one I got from my friend. I let him have it to try out because he wanted to try a Serissa, but he let it dry real bad. So I don't know if I can bring it around. But we'll see, because I put some wettable powder in it, and then it got cold. It was out in the same temperature as this Serissa, but I think it's hanging on for dear life. You can see the yellowing of the leaves because I keep them on the dry side in the basement. So all I'm going to do is put a little bit of amicus in. You're saying, Tom, you're not putting the wettable powder in. Well, I'm trying to do this a little bit more easier so people can see if they don't have wettable powder, if they only have one or the other. You can see that the soil is a little hard and crusty, but all I'm doing is getting the amicus in, and I'm trying to take that crusty soil and break it up a little bit. Now these trees, I want them to go dormant, because they have to have a nice little rest period for me for the winter because of the darkness of the basement. Now what I'm going to do is just keep wetting it to take all that surface tension out and to get our, there we go, get our beneficial bacteria into the soil. And then with Mr. Elephant over here, we're going to give it a good watering. And then we'll put them back in the east window. I'm not going to take and clip any of the cuttings off yet. I'll do that in the spring. I just want her to grow with a little bit of vigor because of the cold weather that it was in. I wanted to be in its dormant state yet to how would you say, to relax and then start growing again, and then I can start clipping it back. But for right now, that's this one here, if you can see it. And there it is. I got some the powder on there is from the diatomaceous earth. Now here's the other one where it was all dried out. So I had it in the microclimate. Both of them were in a microclimate when it hit 32 or 0 Celsius. So all I'm going to do is rake some of the dead leaves and stuff off. And as you can see, it does have some life in it. So what I'm going to do take my chopstick or my bamboo skewer and scratch the surface a little bit. And with the beneficial bacteria, it's going to help the roots to go out of stress and to help them try to recover. So if you don't have the wettable powder, you can just use either the Azus or the Micos, whatever you got. Now what I got is I got them both, so I'm going to use them. Just like that. Just put it in around the root zone. I know the roots are growing back out, but that's what you got to do, because they'll fill the whole pot up. Usually you go by the drip line of the tree, and then you go out about, if it's planted in the yard, you go out about a foot from the drip line, and inside the drip line, that area, that's where all the main feeder roots are. So now I'm just going to take my chopstick and work in all that beneficial bacteria into the soil, into the top layer there. And then I take my spray bottle and take the surface tension out so I can give it a good watering. And let's see if these guys will come back to life. I know this one's looking pretty good in the east window, but I don't have room for this one in the east window. So we'll see how it does in the west window. So we got one in the west, one in the east. We'll see what happens. And all they do is the east window gets the morning sun, and the west window gets the late afternoon sun. So there we go. And we're going to get Mr. Elephant again, and he's going to water them in real good. Just like that. See, when you spray the top of the soil, it helps the water to go down. If I didn't wet it, it would run off. So you want to take that surface tension out. So let's see what it does. Now I could cut a couple of these dead branches off. Let's do that right away, because right here this one's black, so I'm just going to cut back just to the growing tips on some of them. Now some of these, they do look green, but we shall see what we shall see. Yep, it's still green. I took that one off, if you can see it. Let me come back. There you go. And that was off the inside of the branch there. So you know they're still green. And what the heck? Throw it in. If it grows, it grows. If it roots, it roots. But I don't know if it will or not. So that's pretty good. This one's up to here, to here. Yes, I sterilized my scissors. Okay, we get this off, all the dead leaves that fell on it. I'm not going to work any more into the soil. Any more cuttings. I'm just taking these dead dead leaves off, because it was under the microclimate in there. And let's see what happens. So, will they grow with the beneficial bacteria? I would say yes, but this one's doing pretty good in the east window. I can't believe it, but I have to give them a good water. The basement dries out like you wouldn't believe, the plants. So, what did I get from Scott? Scott, I thank you very much. It was a surprise gift. I'm saying, what is this package? I didn't order nothing. It was a great little surprise. Scott, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Now it's called Bonsai Soil. It's from Bonsai Supply. I don't know if you can see the name. And inside it's got pumice, lava, calcined clay, pine bark fine. So I'm going to give this a try. This is what's inside of it. So I'm going to give this a try on my next potting. And we're also going to have I have one ficus left, so this is going to be a good one to try out. And I have to see what I can do with the ficus. Maybe I'll put it in a Christmas pot. We'll see what happens. So, it's like I got on the on the board here. It's Tuesday night. So what you can do, make yourself a nice pot of tea. Turn on some old-time radio Christmas carols. Get your pen and your Christmas cards if you didn't write them out, and just write them out and send it to somebody. Make them personalized. I mean, it's good to don't just take a card and sign your name to it. People, I don't know. To me, when you get a card in the mail, it's something nice. That means people are thinking of you at the holidays. So if you got someone, send them a card. Even if it's your neighbor, if they got nobody, send them a card. You won't believe how tickled pink they'll get with it. So put on some old time Christmas carols, a nice hot pot of tea. Sit back and relax. If your cards are all written out, take a book or just sit there and relax and listen to the carols. Now on YouTube there's a good one that's a little bit modern, but it's the Celtic women that sing Christmas carols. That is fabulous. They do a good job on Christmas carols. They don't hoop-de-doo it up or nothing. They do a good job on it. So you take care, everybody. I gotta go online into Extreme Gardens and order some more beneficial bacteria. I'm all out. So you guys have a good night. Take care. Sleep tight. And enjoy a nice cup of tea. And I'll see you in the next video. And hopefully I'll show you the east window where I store these. And then it'll have to be like 1 or 2 minute videos, because then I have to go to the north window and then to the west window. And you'll see how I store the plants. Okay, you take care, everybody, and have a great night.